Hi and hello and welcome to The Real Show. It's a super fun Thursday morning special edition. I, of course, am Fudslow. Alongside me, you know he is Charlie 50. Are we going to go by Charlie? We'll go by 50. We'll go by Charlie 50 today. And we're excited to make – sorry to cut you off, brother. We're excited to make a big announcement. New Mexico and Texas are coming together in border wars. The announcement came out last night on social media. There's been a lot of buzz about it. And what it is, it's SPCW and Duke City Championship Wrestling are headed to the Curry County Event Center in beautiful and historic Clovis, New Mexico on February the 24th, where you're going to bring your best guys from Texas, Charlie. I'm going to bring my best guys from New Mexico, and we're going to fight each other in a cow town.
Beyond excited. I can't even – we're ready. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's a big, exciting one for us. You know, we've put in – I don't know, big dog. You know, we're going shoot here. You know, we put in a lot of work behind the scenes to make this one happen. We're talking trips to Clovis. We're talking meeting with city officials. We're talking multiple venues. We're talking just a ton of people to make this thing happen, including some title sponsors. Enchanted Strain is going to be a big deal. Up in Smoke out there is going to do great. The U.S. Army is in support of us. They'll be out at the center. The city of Clovis, obviously, who helped us with a lot of their Charlie, they gave us their money. They gave us their funds. They gave us the opportunity to bring pro wrestling to Clovis, and you can get access to that big event at the Curry County Event Center at dccwlive.com. This is a super special one for us because everyone knows we do the TV show at the historic El Rey Theater. We put out 4 episodes a month. This is not that. This is a live in-person spectacle. This is one to be seen.
Everything you said and then some. It's you want me to just jump in though?
Oh, get weird.
Well, I wasn't, this idea was coming to Clovis was something that one of my guys brought to my attention, Tyler. And of course I can't run in New Mexico because New Mexico and Texas are totally different when it comes to running shows. It's
right
night and day. I can't just say, hey, I'm gonna run a show and we're gonna do it. There's so much more to that, and unless you've done it, you have no clue. It's not that easy.
Right.
So of course I came to you guys. I couldn't think of a better group of guys to jump in this with than the hottest thing in Albuquerque. You guys are killing it, and I've been very fortunate to be along for the ride. And I know what I can bring to the table with South Plains Championship Wrestling. And you guys have, my hands have kind of been tied. I'm out on business. But I wasn't too sure at the beginning when we were crunching numbers and going through stuff. Those were numbers I'm not used to having to come up with. And you guys blew the doors off of the place. And it took some time.
Yeah, and that's interesting because the bill on one of these events, and we don't talk about this a ton. The bill is not low.
No, it's not.
No, and the monthly note at the historic El Rey Theater when we do our TV show. I mean, it's a lot. I don't want to say the number, but it's a lot to put off a pro wrestling show, and that's why we are so very proud of charging our $20 to $40 tickets. Because we feel like we're giving that value. We feel like we're presenting that value. And that's the thing that's so interesting with the Curry County Event Center, because we're only charging between $20 and $25.
Yes.
So
it's affordable.
It's incredibly affordable. And the idea is we're going to saturate it, right? Because we have reason to believe we're going to put a couple thousand people in there. We think we're going to put between 1,500 and 2,000 people in there. And they're going to enjoy pro wrestling in a really cool, sleepy, like deep East New Mexico or a hard West Texas town. And they're going to enjoy it. But you can run the math on that at $20 a pop, 1,500 people. You're already seeing, and none of that money, that's not your money, Charlie. That's not my money. That's the money that goes towards the event.
Exactly.
And we're so fortunate to have the assistance of the city of Clovis and the U.S. Army and Enchanted Strains and Up in Smoke and some of these companies that are saying, yeah, let's bring some cool stuff to the area, and we're going to pour all that money back in. So you're going to bring a handful of guys from Texas. I'm going to bring a handful of guys in New Mexico. We're obviously in my home state of New Mexico. I can't for a second think Texas is going to bring fans with them. Am I wrong? Is Texas going to cross the border into Clovis to support your guys?
For a good product?
Yeah.
Yes.
Love that.
Yeah, for a good product, Texas fans are all about professional wrestling. I know they have been for way before I was in this, and that's why I try and keep it as I try to keep it like I grew up on, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't try to get out of hand with the characters and the gimmicks and stuff like that, because that's the older generation. They're not into that, you know. Yeah. And that's what I look for is to bring guys my age, a little older, and when they tell me, man, this reminds me of what I grew up on, it really hits me hard, because that's what I strive for, and to bring that and to be able to show them what y'all bring to the table is gonna be epic
I think so too. You know, let's do a little on-air booking, okay? So let's put it together. So we're gonna open the doors at 6:00 at the Curry County Event Center. Then we're gonna have our first bell at 7:00. We're gonna have all the things that surround it, lights and effects, and we're you know how we do. Like we're gonna put on a really good show, and then we're gonna have a bunch of pro wrestling matches. You know, we're gonna have a lot of them, and this is gonna be non-canon for Duke City Championship Wrestling. It's gonna be non-canon for SPCW. This is pure entertainment factor.
Yes.
How many matches are we gonna do?
I believe there's 8 on the card.
Let's go. Like
8 is solid. That's a solid night. For $25. 8, you get 8 matches and a main event that's gonna blow the doors off the place. I mean, you're gonna get to see. I'm excited because I get to bring guys that I've been running with for a while now, and they haven't been a part of anything with DCCW. Right. But I talk y'all up. So for them to come and experience what I've been talking about, I'm excited just to see their reaction. And I'm excited that they get to work in front of a huge crowd and do their thing and to show out. And that's fully what I expect. I mean, of course you're going to have me there. I'll be there. I mean, we've been building myself and Hobo Hank up for the whole year in Albuquerque, which is you can't go wrong with. No. It's going to hit every time. I get to bring my champion. This is something you probably do not know. I just thought about this. Every one of SPCW, every one of my champions will be in that building tonight.
Let's go.
February 24th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hobo Hank, former SPCW champion. You got the current champion, Justin Taylor,
who can go?
Oh man. One of the best in Texas. Former champion Aaron Harms only lost the title because he had to give it up due to injury. He's making his return.
Right.
And what a way to make it, right? And then you have somebody you have not met. A lot of people think that I'm the leader of La Migra. That is not true. You will be meeting the captain of La Migra, El Gringo Loco, the first ever SPCW champion, and one of Hobo Hank's biggest rivalries right there.
Oh,
it's going to be epic. There's so much more. I can't wait to announce and put out the match cards and let everyone see what exactly is going down that night.
Proud New Mexican performer Tommy Two Scoops joining us on the live stream. He says Justin Taylor's a guy he's wanted to wrestle for a long time. I'm not one to say what is what, Charlie, but this to me, it has to be champion versus champion, though, right? It has to be. We have to put Thunder out there. We have to put Justin out there. We have to have these dynamic storylines, and and this is not a gimmick. We're in shoot right now. The idea is let's do this in Texas too. The idea is let's go back to Clovis in the fall. The idea is, how can we tell some really good stories? And a Justin Taylor, Tommy Two Scoops will bring a camera so you don't have to tell a friend so that you can show them. Like it would be that kind of special thing.
That's definitely. And I know Tommy can go. I've been in the ring with him. Had a banger of a match. The guy can go, even though he is still a little bit green. You get in there, you put him in there with someone that can work, someone that can get him through, and man, he never missed a beat with me. And I can't imagine him in there with Justin. Justin can run circles around me, so it would be epicness.
So the announcement is February the 24th at the Curry County Event Center. It's in Clovis, New Mexico. Tickets are on sale now, dccwlive.com. You know, traditionally we do dccwtickets.com. That's the traditional way to get tickets to the El Rey show. This is a live show for us. This is our first on the road. We are packing houses around the state. Spoiler, we're also going to Las Cruces in May for an event. You know,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff. Yep. Yeah, so that's not officially announced yet, but we're going down to Las Cruces. We're gonna do a Cinco de Mayo event. You know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, and that's kind of the birth and trajectory and growth of pro wrestling here in New Mexico, at least since, you know, I was part of the ownership group that started Duke City Championship Wrestling. You were here from day one. You've been a performer from day one, but you know, you've also been an ear. You've been an ear for me to bend often. And you've been, what's the best verbiage I want to use here? Forthcoming. You've been willing. You've been inclusive with your knowledge of the business. How long have you been in the game? How long has SPCW been an entity for maybe the Duke City Championship Wrestling fan that doesn't know?
We're rolling up on 8 years as
awesome.
The promotion. And man, there's been times where it wasn't the cards weren't falling our way, and a lot of hard nights where you're like, man, I don't know if we're gonna get to do this anymore. And me and my partner, Michael Morrison, we really sit back and think. And the next day we're like, I don't even know why we're thinking about it, because we're not going to stop. You know, we strive to be the absolute best. And this past year, 2023 was absolutely the best year we've had. And 2024 is already looking like it's going to bypass 2023, which is incredible.
Yeah, I love everything about it. I think we expect to have probably a couple hundred fans come over from Albuquerque, and we're really excited about that. Obviously, all the people of West Texas, all the people of East New Mexico. I know you're talking about the Lubbock, the Amarillo area. You're talking about fans coming over. Are you as excited as I am to see those two fan bases merge? Are you as excited as I am to see how they gel in their fandom of these two organizations?
I think if we can get them to that level throughout the show, and where it just becomes they're chanting for New Mexico, they're chanting for Texas. I think, you know, whoever's in the ring when that happens is you'll remember that forever, and that's really what we're striving for. I think that would be awesome.
No, it's going to be a not just unique, but it's the first. You know, I think everyone we do will be unique. I think, and I have no doubt, you and I are going to do business for a long time together, and and we're going to do it all through Texas, and we're going to do it all through New Mexico. And if Colorado's so excited to have us, and if Oklahoma is open to some ideas, you know, we'll go there too.
Yes.
This is the first one. This one is different because of that. And if we go out there and set a really good precedent, and if people leave just thoroughly entertained, you know, and then we're in Clovis for the night, what are we going to get into? Like, I'm not going back to Albuquerque.
I'm not either. And I've already asked about hotel rooms. I plan on staying up and just having a good old time with everyone. I think I don't know. Who is Lee Al's going to stay open for us all night? I don't know what's going to happen. You know, that's something for a restaurant to jump on right there. A bunch of hungry wrestlers that are ready to just have a good time after the show.
All of their fan base that follows them as well.
There you go.
So I know for sure we're bringing Hobo Hank. I know for sure we're bringing Tommy Test. I know for sure we're bringing Thunder. I know for sure we're bringing Turbo Tony. The list goes on. You're there. You said, I think you mentioned Jason Taylor's going. Did you say Aaron Harms is for sure in, or you don't know?
Aaron Harms is going to be there. He's ready to roll.
And then also in DCCW, Familiar Phoenix will be there as well. It's going to be just so incredibly special. And don't think that everything's 1v1. Don't think that everything is like we're going to add that fun stuff. I'll figure out a way to do a ropeable match or whatever. Like,
you're going to see some tag team matches. You're going to see some guys that maybe haven't been around for a while and coming back. Big time guys. Can't really drop any names, but you'll recognize it once I throw them out there. Some new faces, of course. Veronica Vega, everyone's favorite.
Yeah. Hey, I've never had a bigger crush on anyone in pro wrestling than the way I do Veronica Vega.
Yeah, and I meant to have a talk to you about that after that last show. I'm sure Sally let you know that. But I went out there and I did what I had to do without her, you know. But I did miss having her there, and so did the fans. The fans really did miss having her. I don't think she realizes how much they hate her in Albuquerque.
Yeah, she is of a special. Yeah. Well, and we had a little bit of a jump there on the broadcast, but you're right. She's an absolute fan favorite to be cheered or jeered.
Yes.
You know, it so very much goes both directions with her because she is a world of talent. Big thing at all support in the live chat. You know, we just jumped on. Time this recording is 9:30 Mountain on a Thursday morning, and you know that's the support that's been around this thing. So we always ask this of everyone when we do anything. We don't, fans, please buy tickets. Like, we love that. We don't necessarily need your monetary support otherwise. We just need you to get a ticket, put a butt in a seat or feet in the stands and cheer and support. But what we do utilize a lot, what we do appreciate is that social media stuff. If you can if you can share, if you can comment, if you can tell two friends, those little efforts to us go so incredibly far. And I want to just regularly thank those who make the effort to be a part of these streams, to be a part of supporting Duke City Championship Wrestling on the live events. Speaking of the live events, Charlie, what am I supposed to do during this thing? This is not a TV taping. Like, do I even work here on February the 24th? Like, am I part of a thing?
Maybe you valet Hobo Hank's team to the ring.
I got to do something. Like,
somebody, I mean, Veronica's going to be there. Are you going to try and stop her from helping us? I mean,
that's.
But be ready. If you try and help, be ready for one of these.
Right, then you're in the mix.
I mean, anything can happen that night. We don't know.
When we first announced Duke City Championship Wrestling last May, all the local TV came out. You know, the NBC, the ABC, the CBS, all the guys came out and they wanted to do stories. And KOB was like, "Well, we're not the local NBC." They're like, "We're not airing your story, Fred, unless you take a bare-chested like chop in the corner." And I said, "This is not what I signed up for. This is." I talk for a living.
Right. You're not meant to get hit on.
No, so I don't.
That's why you have Hobo Hank.
I agree. There's gonna be so much fun at this thing. We're gonna have a lot of live event exclusive stuff. We're talking primarily about merchandise in that world where you can come out and just have a cool memorabilia. We're gonna have access to, you know, not just the performers in the ring, but the people that make the thing go. I'll be there. I'll be the tallest guy in the building. You know, so it's gonna be a lot of fun for the fans that make the trip. I was thinking, and this is obviously on air, just spitballing. What if Albuquerque had some sort of like caravan? What if we had some sort of everyone pack into a bus? What if we had some sort of bring them to town, like high school pep rally style venture? I think that would be a lot of fun for this February 24th show.
I might sneak on the bus. That's how much fun that would be. I mean, that would be epic. That would be epic. That would be. You should definitely look into that.
We're gonna do good. Give me your final thoughts, Charlie, on the first collaboration from SPCW and DCCW. Give me your final thoughts on what Clovis can be, and then lastly, maybe the doors that'll open for more cross promotion between these two just really fun entities.
I know I am thrilled. My team is thrilled. Everyone I've kind of put in their ear that this is happening is thrilled, and just the reaction overnight. As you put it for everyone to see, you know, just the reaction, seeing, can't wait to get tickets, the faces, the hearts, I got chill bumps seeing all that because you're not sure how it's going to go. And then when it happens that fast, was like, just the reaction is what you do this for. And super excited. I want to say thank you to my guys that worked really hard that you don't get to see. Michael Morrison and Tyler, thank you guys so much for what you do behind the scenes, sponsorships, posters. Fred needed the poster ASAP. I mean, all this came together so fast here in these last few days, and Michael got that ready for me. And man, I'm excited for the fans. I'm excited for both promotions, and I think once that night is over and whoever is victorious in the ring and we, whatever happens that night, when we get to the back and all the adrenaline comes down, it's going to be like, so when's the next show?
Yeah, it will exactly be that, and I'm glad you took the time with Tyler and it's, on our end, Aaron Burnett, who's part of the ownership group at Duke City Championship Wrestling, just tremendous effort on this thing. There's all kinds of weird stuff. We have, you go to dccwlive.com, that seating chart right there for the Curry County Event Center, like he made that by hand. You know what I mean? And
that's awesome.
Yeah, he and I went we went in front of the city of Clovis and made a really nice presentation for some funds that they have to help bring these kind of events to town. And he was just instrumental in making that happen. So that was tremendous. Obviously, Hobo Hank, who is, in our ownership group as well, he traveled out with us. He met me and you out there in Clovis and we toured the facility and met with a bunch of people who are excited about it. And that effort means a lot. His lady, he brought his lady, you know what I mean? It's, yeah, this whole thing's a family affair, and then, and lastly on my end, not to, just run this rag too dry, but it's, Fernando Gonzalez, who does our backstage interviews. He's in our ownership group too. And yeah, he's making the show. He's making Duke City Championship Wrestling go round while we're out here trying to expand a little bit, so there's a constant synergy amongst everyone.
Yeah.
And hopefully we do really, really well. February the 24th, Curry County Event Center, Clovis, New Mexico. It's the big show coming to a small town, and I'm excited to make that small town a big part of the history of Duke City Championship Wrestling. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to wipe the floor with SPCW. That's going to be special.
Wow, just go and shoot on me right here.
That's not in New Mexico. You think
I'm bringing the big dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna find out real quick.
I watch. All right, first of all, this is brilliant. We're going to use this. Friend of the broadcast, Kenneth, is saying the Dirty Curry, and we're going to use that for something.
Love it.
Incredibly smart. I've seen your guys come up from Texas to the high mountains of Albuquerque. They can't breathe. They're not in shape. Like they don't like the whole thing's over. Like it's. I get that Clovis is a little closer to your level, but
yeah.
I mean, but big boys breathe, and you got big boys in Texas, and it's tough for you here in New Mexico. I totally get it. Like I get it.
I think you might be surprised at the guys I'm bringing in this time around. You will be surprised.
Lead singer of Man High, who opens for the Duke City Championship Wrestling shows, Gabe Gambino. He would like for you to bring your best Texas two-piece band because he's in a two-piece band that plays before every show.
You know what? Let me do some digging. I got you, but I do. Are they going to be there?
No, you're bringing a parody band called Woman Low. And what it is you're just gonna mock their 6 songs that they play every time, and
Freebird.
it's gonna be in Freebird. Yeah, it's gonna be the whole thing.
That's I love it.
The intermission is a guitar solo battle between Gabe and a mystery guest. That's from friend of the broadcast and Duke City Championship trainee Marlon. We're excited for he to keep making some progress. He's got
I met him.
Yeah, he's incredibly nice.
Big guy.
Got the look.
Yes, a lot of size, and definitely you get him in there and get him trained up.
Yeah,
I might get to slap him around a little bit one of these days.
I don't have a problem at all in my heart having Curry County be the first place where he ends up on his back. The Dirty Curry. Charlie, anything we missed, brother? I know we said we were going to keep this one tight.
Man, I could do this all day with you, Fred.
Yeah,
I did not tell you guys thank you enough. Because when you say that you guys went down there and did a presentation, this wouldn't be happening without that. So sincerely, thank you guys for everything y'all have done. And, man, y'all blew it out of the water with that.
Yeah.
So huge numbers.
Well, and I appreciate that. The working with you, it's a lot of work, but it only takes a little bit of effort, because we're excited to be a part of it. The Dirty Curry, it's where it's going down. February the 24th, the Curry County Event Center, dcclive.com. That's where you can get tickets for this one. Obviously, we're going to have a huge sale at our next show here in Albuquerque. That's January the 20th. That's at the historic El Rey Theater. Don't miss that. We also have a huge presence at Comic-Con that weekend here in town. Come see our booth all weekend. Come hang out. Come watch our wrestling show. You have an event this weekend.
January 13th, this Saturday. It will be in Snyder, Texas, deep West Texas, right there.
Yep.
Come check us out if you're around. If you're watching this, come see what we're all about. Big championship match that evening with Justin Taylor and Edge Stone.
Oh, hold up. So you're saying Edge Stone could be coming into the Curry County Event Center if he's the reigning champion?
I know Justin Taylor's on the poster with the title, but that's because he's the current champion.
We can change posters.
We might be pushing Edge Stone. It may not be Justin Taylor. I don't know.
Oh, I can't handle that.
I don't know if you want Edge Stone. You should look him up. Trained by Booker T.
I don't know if Edge Stone wants the smoke of New Mexico Pro Wrestling, so we will.
I don't know. We're gonna find out real quick this Saturday who's gonna be coming in.
The friend of the broadcast, Kenneth, is asking about Kevin Nash and Trish Stratus at Comic-Con. Yes, they are, Kenneth, and I will be hosting the panels. So when they come to town and we do our Q&A session, how fortunate I am to be in a place professionally where I was asked by the Comic-Con to sit down and host Trish Stratus, Kevin Nash. I know Booker T will be there, so we'll get some time to sit down with him. He and I have a rich history. He's done my radio show about 1 million times, so he's super kind.
Awesome.
Ruby Riott will be there. Eric the Redbeard. There's just going to be a lot of fun. Also, Jacob Fatu coming to Duke City Championship Wrestling this January the 20th at the historic El Rey. He'll be a part of our Comic-Con experience. Also, Missy Hyatt will be a part of our Comic-Con experience. So we got a lot going on. It's going to be not shitty. It's going to be really good.
That is epicness, and I hope I can make it by there to check that out.
Yeah. Well, here's a fun one. So, friend of the show, Kenneth, friend of the broadcast, says Crystal Lloyd is also at Comic-Con. Co-owner of Duke City Championship Wrestling, Aaron Burnett, hosting his panel. So, I mean, how fortunate we are to be in this world of entertainment, and it all crosses over. I don't know. Being so fortunate to be a part of this is giving us opportunity elsewhere, and we're absolutely going to take advantage of it. Charlie, you're the best. You're kind of the worst. You're the best.
Thank you so much, Fred, for having me on.
Good luck this weekend. Be safe. Be good. Where are the tickets available for your weekend show?
SouthPlainsChampionshipWrestling.com or at the door.
Check it out, obviously. And you should have tickets. We'll figure out making sure you have tickets on hand for the big event, DCClive.com. That's at the Curry County Event Center. Border Wars. We're going to laugh a lot. For Charlie 50, for myself, Fabulous Freddie Fame, for everyone who joined us in the live chat. Good job, everyone. GG.